The evening air sat heavy in the room, thick with the smell of kerosene and boiled maize. Outside, crickets sang as if nothing in the world was wrong. However, inside, everything was far from being right. The girl stood near the doorway, her hands folded over her stomach, her fingers trembling as if they had a mind of their own. The skirt she wore, once loose, now curved outward in a way that could no longer be hidden. The lamp's light caught the shape mercilessly. Her mother sat on the wooden stool, spine straight, Bible resting unopened on her lap. "Say it again," her mother said quietly. The girl swallowed. "Mama, I'm pregnant." The words fell into the room like a stone dropped into still water. Her mother did not scream. She did not cry. She did not stand up. Instead, she looked at her daughter, really looked at her, and asked the question that would echo in the girl's heart for years to come. "What will the women in the village say?" her mother asked, her voice breaking just slightly. "When they find out that the daughter of the church treasurer is pregnant." The girl's knees weakened. She sank onto the bench beside the wall. "They will laugh," her mother continued. "They will whisper during prayers. They will point during communion. They will say I failed as a Christian mother." Tears streamed down the girl's face. "I'm sorry, Mama." Her mother finally stood. She walked closer, her eyes shining with pain and love tangled together. "Sorry? Sorry cannot undo this," she said softly, "but you're still my child." Outside, the church bell rang for evening prayers. Inside, a girl's childhood ended. Word traveled faster than the wind. By Sunday, the looks had changed. Women who once hugged her now kept their distance. Girls she marched with at school whispered and giggled behind hymn books. The pastor cleared his throat too often when he saw her. She stopped going to school. At first, she told herself it was temporary. Then the headmistress called her mother. "It is better she stays home," the woman said gently, "for her dignity and the school's reputation." Her uniform hung untouched on a nail behind the door. The boy, the father of the child, stopped answering her calls. She went to his house and his mother shut the door. "There is no son of mine here," the woman said. "There is no baby." That night, the girl lay awake, her hand on her belly, the other hand clutching her Bible. "Jesus," she whispered, "did I ruin everything?" Labor came at dawn. The girl screamed until her voice broke. Her mother knelt between her legs, whispering prayers, wiping sweat, holding her when she thought she would die. "You are strong," her mother kept saying. "You are stronger than this pain." When the baby finally cried, the sound filled the room with something holy. A girl. Her mother lifted the child, tears streaming freely now. "Life still comes," she whispered, "even after shame." The girl held her daughter and wept, not from pain, but from the weight of love and fear crushing together. He came like an answer to prayer. A man older than her, hardworking, quiet in church, willing to marry a woman with a child. People praised God. "See, God restores." She married him, believing love could grow with obedience. The first slap came after 6 months, the second after a year. The third came while she was holding their son. "I am your husband," he shouted. "You will obey." She learned to hide bruises under long sleeves, learned to smile in church, learned to pray silently while pain lived loudly in her body. Children came one after another until there were 6 in total. 5 years passed like a long night with no dawn. Beating that night was worse. The beating was too bad. When he finally slept, she packed nothing. No clothes, no food. She stood at the doorway and looked at her children sleeping on the mat. Her heart split open. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I don't know how to save you if I stay." She walked into the darkness alone. She slept under church verandas, worked small jobs, cried herself empty. One night, exhausted, she knelt on bare ground and screamed at God. "Why did you let me live?" Silence. Then something gentle. "Because I am not finished with you." She sobbed until dawn. From that day, healing came slowly. Counseling, learning, working, praying again, not out of fear, but hope. Years later, she returned. She was different now. Her posture straight, her clothes clean and fine. Peace sat on her face like sunlight. Her children ran to her. "Mama!" She fell to her knees, holding them, laughing and crying at once. Her former husband stood at a distance, older, smaller, regret carved deep into his face. She looked at him, then back at her children. "I forgive you," she said softly, "but I choose life." She lifted her eyes to heaven. "Thank you, Jesus," she whispered, "for healing what I thought was forever broken." The bell rang again. This time, it sounded like grace.
Hello, my dear friends. My name is Mayana. Thank you so much for listening to the story I created. Did you learn something from this story? Please leave a comment and I will gladly reply. If you have a story that you would like to share, kindly let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much for being here. I would urge you to please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that when I post, you will be the first to get notified. Please share this with your friends and loved ones, and God bless you.